Hey, there's One Boom, and today I want to share with you guys a tiny tactics video about rejack and sniper rifles and how rejack is actually extremely useful for sniping. I've been sitting on the video for a while, but I decided I'm going to record this instead. And I don't want to be a drama alert guy, and I don't want to be like Keemstar or people that stir up unnecessary problems, but I do want to point out problems when I see them. Maybe you guys will remember back in the beta of Black Ops 3 on PS4 and on Xbox One when players of a higher skill level, let's say J-Hub, Nadeshot, those kind of players, when they started to do poorly and they started to come up against harder enemies, they instantly determined that some patch or some secret patch went live where they implemented a skill-based matchmaking system. If you guys don't know what SBMM or skill-based matchmaking is, it basically means that players that you get paired up with will be of an equal skill level. They will have an equal score, KD, win-loss ratio. Basically, the game will try to pair you up with harder enemies, or basically enemies of your skill level. This, of course, was a problem in Advanced Warfare because there was never really a game where you got to do extremely well or really get stomped. It was usually just these neck-and-neck weird games where you had to try your ass off. It was like playing competitive all the time. It was like you're playing against somebody that's literally been paired up in your league every public match of Advanced Warfare. It was such a problem that Treyarch took time out of their day to tell people that they were going to do the same matchmaking as Black Ops 2. Everybody liked that matchmaking, and I don't think it had a high level of skill base to it. I think it was mostly connection. Everybody was thrilled, really. But last night, Nadeshot was having trouble playing, and he immediately thinks skill-based matchmaking. Why? I'll post the tweets right here. I'll post pictures of them. Why? How do you do poorly in a video game, an online game, and you immediately think it's an outside source? Sometimes I blame lag or bad netcode. And to be honest, I have a lot of evidence of weird stuttery lag. Actually, if you watch my channel update video, the gameplay, you can watch it stutter really heavily. It pounds. You can watch it. My character just stutters for so long, and this has been happening for a while. I haven't made a video about it because I figure it'll be fixed later. It's an online game. But you of course can blame lag that's, thrusting your character back around corners and stuff. I mean, the whole idea that you shouldn't blame lag is ridiculous. You're playing an online game. The biggest thing you should blame is the connection, because the only difference between you and your opponent is your ping bar. That's why I don't get on too many people when they complain about lag, because I know what it feels like to lag, and good players know what bad netcode feels like. They know what missed bullets feel like. But the skill-based matchmaking myth is garbage. It has no water to it at all. It's always that, oh, these enemies kicked my ass. Where'd the skill-based matchmaking come in? Maybe you had a bad night. Maybe you were off. I'm sorry, you're a human being. It's an online game. Things happen. But of course, then I immediately thought, well, whatever. That's his opinion. That's what he's thinking. Maybe it's his experience for the night. Whatever. And then I thought, he's tweeting this out. And I had to look at the comments because I was expecting a bunch of hashtag get rid of SBMM or whatever. People just freaking out, getting on the bandwagon. Oh yeah, I did poorly tonight too. Must be skill-based matchmaking. It's not my aim. Similar to the whole hashtag buff the Weevil nonsense. There's a lot of people out there that still think the Weevil is not really a viable weapon. Most of them are people that hopped on Nadeshot's bandwagon because he made such a deal about it. Yeah, I don't understand why, too, because that gun is very, very good. It's a zero recoil SMG, and I'm still seeing hashtag buff the Weevil everywhere, and I know it's because of Nadeshot fans, not because people are actually shit with the Weevil. Off topic a little bit, David Vondahar tweeted out that most people have an average of a 1.5 KD with the Weevil. That immediately squashes any idea that it's a bad weapon. I'm sorry, when the average is a 1.5 with one SMG, you cannot say hashtag buff the Weevil. You're done. Stop. But back on the skill-based matchmaking topic, Nadeshot, you cannot do this. You can't tweet this out. The community latches onto you. But unfortunately, they didn't latch onto you this time. They backlashed at you. They said, no man, you're just ass. Warm up for a minute. Do you need me to carry you? People are getting on him about it. And I was like, thank God. It's not an army of 12-year-olds going, yeah, it's skill-based matchmaking, sure, whatever. It's actually people telling him, no, you're having a bad night. You lost your touch. Try again. Warm up. And thank God, community. Thank God for you, because that means you're not a sheep, for one. that also means that we can actually come to an agreement that sometimes we just do poorly. Thank God. It's like a repeat of Halo 3, where if somebody had host, they were God, and so every time you die, you say that guy must be host. Or the thing from Battlefield 4 and 3, oh, the netcode is bad, DICE fixed the netcode. And apparently now with Call of Duty, every time you lose a match is because of skill-based matchmaking. It can't be because you're a human being who misses shots or comes across better opponents. And Nadeshot, even if it was skill-based matchmaking, man, come on, you're a good player. Put up your dukes. Have a night where you kick ass instead of just get handed ass to you on a silver platter. I love Nadeshot. He's a cool guy. He's got the underdog story. He's got a pretty face. He's got one of them hoverboard thingies. He does cool shit. But the thing is, Nadeshot, don't spread fire like this. You can't do this every time you get frustrated. I don't do well with the Weevil. Hashtag buff the Weevil. Now I have an army of hashtag buff the Weevil people. Weevil people. And then, of course, you do bad one night. You can't start, oh, they implemented skill-based matchmaking. It would make sense. And I'm convinced. Dude, last night as I was reading your tweet, I came across a level 23, a level 36, and a level 13. I came across them. Okay, and I fought them. They weren't good. They had a 100 score per minute. They went super negative, and I went against them last night. Explain that. And then the next match, they put them on my team, and I got to fight harder enemies. It's just the way the game works. It's got a good matchmaking system. The only problem that Black Ops 3 has, in my opinion, is its team balancing. I rarely have teammates equal to my skill level. If there was skill-based matchmaking, I would be excited. That might mean I get teammates with my score per minute, my score, my win-loss ratio, and I might actually get some decent, games in. They need to implement skill-based matchmaking so that you're paired up with people of your skill level for your team. And that's, I think, the way it should be. I am tired of carrying team after team after team and losing matches. I go 30-6 and kill confirmed and lose because my teammates are 11-18, 10-32, can't get kills, can't win gunfights. It happens to me on a consistent basis, and it's a real problem that tons of people are feeling. Even Drifter, my main man Brad, did a video on that. There's actual issues there. The team balancing, the lag, the overwhelming amount of glitches on Xbox One, PS4, and PC, those are problems. You being bad for an evening or being bad with the Weevil is not an issue worthy of a tweet that's going to set off all of your fanboys. We don't need fire in the community. We don't need sparks. We don't need flash. We don't need edginess. We need you to keep a cool head. We need every YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers to keep a cool head when they're frustrated on Twitter, because they need to be able to take their massive fan base and calm them down, not start shit up. If you want to be mad on Twitter, you know what? Fine. But don't start rumors. Do not start fire. Black Ops 3 needs to have better team balancing. It doesn't need to feed you noobs, and I don't think it's feeding you pro players. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys don't mind this style of video. And I hope you guys agree with me that when large YouTubers tweet this stuff out, it becomes common consensus, and then the community turns it into fact. Okay, now I'm gonna go, and I want to end it with this. I love Nadeshot. There's a reason I follow him. There's a reason I'm subscribed to him. He's a cool guy. As a human being and as a COD player, he is a cool guy. I have no problem with him. But starting these massive Twitter movements every time you have a bad time is frustrating for me to look at, because it turns into the community's common consensus. And then all kids have to say is Nadeshot said it, and it's fact. You have a lot of power, comes with a lot of responsibility. Don't turn the community inside out on itself. Thank you, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye! To be honest, if Nadeshot was in my town right now, I would try to track him down and shake his hand. He is a awesome person, very inspiring. His life story on how he started is quite encouraging to me. It's what really, one of the things that motivates me is definitely Nadeshot, and I hope people know that. But come on, you can still be stupid and I can still respect you.